Today we welcome you to a world where humor and laughter has been outlawed. We find ourselves today in a detention center.
This is an outrage!
It's your own fault.
An absolute outrage!
You knew what would happen.
How dare they lock us up like this?
And why me? I was only the straight man.
Aha, that's right! You're the one who set me up!
All I did was ask, why are they called gumdrops? You're the one who had to say,
because they make your teeth fall out, and then your gum drops!
It was bad enough they locked us up for that lousy joke, but they also arrested this innocent bystander.
She was a laugher. Telling jokes is one violation. Responding with laughs, snickers, or titters is a separate offense. That's why they brought her in.
I can't help it. I'm always getting picked up. I laugh at everything.
Well, where were you when we needed you? At our last gig?
Don't tell me you're comedians.
That's a matter of opinion. Our last audience wasn't quite convinced.
Audience? But that's against the law. They shut down all the clubs.
We played the underground joints.
The laugh-easies.
Soundproof for belly laughs, but they still get raided by the humor police.
We're Hooper and Dobbs. Maybe you've heard of us.
No, but I think you're funny.
You could get us in trouble saying that.
She already got us in trouble when she laughed.
You got her in trouble when you made the joke.
I only made half the joke. And the last time I got a girl in trouble, it was no joke.
Wow, you really do laugh at everything, don't you?
I think I was born that way. I tried applying for disability, but they just said I had to control myself.
As long as you're with us, feel free to lose control.
We should at least know our audience's name, don't you think?
Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina. That's a pretty name.
I don't like it. The kids at school used to call me Wilhelmina, the laughing hyena.
I think they were joking.
That would have gotten them suspended. I try to stay out of trouble. I keep to myself. And in the evenings, I watch the government symphony on TV. There is nothing funny about that. Except the triangle player.
You got yourself a sense of humor there.
Don't say that. It's cruel.
Never be ashamed to laugh.
I'm just afraid. What do you suppose they're going to do to us?
Make us pay a fine, I suppose.
Or lock us up. Depends on the offense.
We've been offensive for a long time.
It's hard to find work when you got a record. Even when they do give you a chance, they're always waiting, watching for you to slip up with a smirk or a funny remark.
We know a lot about people waiting for us to be funny.
It's a hallmark of our career. Oh, Mr. Hooper.
Yes, Mr. Dobbs?
Say something funny for our audience here.
All right. Transylvania! Schenectady! Dubuque!
Dubuque? Why not Omaha?
Because Omaha's not funny.
Omaha has to be funny. It ends with a ha.
Ha! We're a hit!
This kid's a one-woman laugh track.
It's just that in a world where there's no humor, every little thing seems really funny.
The audience giveth and taketh away.
You want funny? I got funny.
If we had a deck of cards, I could play strip poker. I always get laughed when I'm naked.
What are you going to do with that balloon?
Here's an opera singer hitting high C.
That wasn't a high C. Didn't you ever take music lessons?
Yeah, but I didn't take notes.
Stop that! Stop that right this minute! You are breaking the law.
Who are you?
I am Madam Magistrate. Don't you know the use of balloons has been outlawed?
What, this? It's a lung exerciser.
Give it here, right now.
Saving it for later, huh?
Are you two Dobbs and Hooper?
No, we're Hooper and Dobbs.
Why can't we ever be Dobbs and Hooper?
That would be kosher.
But we're not Jewish.
Of course we're not. Otherwise, you'd be a lot funnier.
Enough! You are shamelessly violating the law, and in the very presence of a magistrate.
I've never met a magistrate before. Is that anything like a potentate?
I am invested with the full authority of the law to make a deposition of your case.
Our case is disposed? Let's go!
Stop!
I guess we're indisposed.
And you, young woman, are you about to do something contrary to the law?
Wait a minute, lady.
Call me madam.
An Irving Berlin fan.
I don't get it.
And dressed like that, you never will.
You're not making sense.
I'm not making whoopee either, so get that out of your mind.
Speaking of which, what did you do with my whoopee cushion?
All such contraband is incinerated.
Oh, wow, that really burns me up.
Control yourself!
That's what everybody tells me. But how?
When you're faced with temptation, it helps to think of pleasant thoughts.
That's not hard with you around.
Face it. Focus on the gravity of life, the striving, the yearning, the heartache. Watch the news more often.
I'll try.
The biggest news is the ongoing persecution of us in the humor profession.
Prosecution, not persecution. It is justice.
Wow, they really did a good job indoctrinating you.
I am emancipated from the slavery of silliness. I do not waste my energy in meaningless and improper activities.
Oh, gee, I always liked meaningless and improper activities.
Thankfully, society has made great progress in recent years by subjugating and, in some cases, eliminating those of your so-called professions until we're down to the likes of you.
Everybody's a critic.
We arrested the most blatant offenders first. David Letterman is doing 9,000 hours community service, and Jay Leno is on shock probation in Burbank.
And I heard you picked up Conan O'Brien.
Yes, but we had to let him go for the lack of evidence.
No matter how aggressive you get, you never stop the laughter.
Oh, really? Woody Allen is serving a life sentence. And we shot Jim Carrey.
You did!
All films and television shows evoking laughs are now banned.
At least the network got to keep their sitcoms.
Our undercover agents seek out contraband tapes of I Love Lucy and the Mary Tyler Moore Show. And when the buy is made, bam! Off to jail the culprits go.
I suppose that gives you satisfaction.
Not enough. I'd love to get my hands on those rogues of the past. Bob Hope, Red Skelton, Groucho Marx, Mae West.
I feel the same way.
You do?
I'd love to get my hands on Mae West.
If you don't stop that, I'll have you stated.
Please don't.
I'd send you off to jail if I thought it'd do you good. But you need treatment. So I'm going to commit you to re-education center.
No.
The doctors there have discovered which parts of the brain coordinate the laugh response. You will undergo a minor surgical procedure to short-circuit that neurological connection.
Do what you want with me, but leave the girl alone.
Yeah, do what you want with Hooper, but leave us alone.
I will do what I want with all of you. And now I intend to proceed with this adjudication. Mr. Hooper, Mr. Dobbs, you stand accused of comedy.
That's because we're stand-up comics.
Is that a confession?
No, it's a joke.
In which case that is a confession.
What we have here is a clear case of entrapment.
Are you a lawyer?
You don't have to get insulting.
I warn you, lawyer jokes carry an extra fine.
Who made that
The lawyers, do you have any defense for the conduct of which you are accused?
It was all in good fun.
There's no such thing as good fun. Fun is for fools.
law? Exactly. That's our defense. We are fools and cannot be held accountable.
Do you want to go to the re-education center too?
If Wilhelmina is going, then maybe I do.
Oh, Mr. Hooper.
I have a question.
What is it?
Why are they called gumdrops?
Because they make your teeth fall out, and then your gumdrops.
Mr. Hooper, I find you guilty of committing comedy with humor of forethought. And Mr. Dobbs, I find you guilty of being his accomplice.
Even on Judgment Day, I still get second billing.
All right, so what's our fine?
A fine, Mr. Hooper. For a petty offense, you pay a fine.
Can't get more petty than a joke like that.
True, but your conduct here today, combined with your past offenses, proves to me that you are incorrigible. As magistrate, I have the prerogative to upgrade the charge to a felony. And I do.
That's not fair.
It's not even funny.
However, there is one option being offered. I was opposed to it, but I was overruled. You will be able to be placed on probation if you're willing to take the oath of seriousness.
The what?
The oath of seriousness.
I've heard of that. It's like selling your soul.
I'm empowered to deliver the oath, if you choose.
We'll have to think on it.
I'll give you time to do so very little time. She's so mean.
Yeah, but she's kind of cute. I'm a sucker for a girl in a uniform.
You're a sucker, period.
She's a walking sight gag.
Yeah, the sight of her makes me gag. She could put us away for a long time.
Unless we take the oath and swear to give up comedy.
Oh no! You wouldn't do that, would you?
These people are ruthless. They proved that when they started killing all the clowns.
Mimes I can understand, but clowns?
When they blew each up in a little car of theirs, it took out 14 of them.
At least you two got a choice. Me? I gotta go to that awful place.
I say we go down fighting.
Oh, you're just a blowhard.
You're serious.
If you were serious, you'd be innocent. But if you're joking, you're guilty.
It's a catch-32.
You mean 22.
Inflation.
Fair enough.
When is this all going to end?
In about another 5 minutes or so. Are you taking that into court?
Sure, it's a trial balloon.
Seriously, though, we need to make up our minds about the oath.
It's the day of reckoning.
The moment of truth.
Now is the time.
To say goodbye to all our company.
I must have your answer now.
Let's hear the oath.
Raise your right hand.
I only got one right hand.
That will be your last joke, Mr. Hooper.
One for the road.
And yours too, Mr. Dobbs. Now pay attention. I will not make jokes or laugh at those who do. I will not make silly faces or strange noises in effort to amuse. I will stay serious-minded at all times. Do you swear to this?
So help me, Hannah.
You insist on rebelling?
I regret that I have but one whoopee cushion to give for my country.
Hooray! You'll pay dearly for this.
I haven't even met dearly, and I'm sure not going to pay him anything.
What temerity, answering me with a pun.
So, what is our punishment?
I am ready to sit in judgment.
Why don't you sit in that chair instead?
Mr. Hooper, you'll be confined in a correctional center for comedians for a term of 5 years. How funny do you find that?
Madam Magistrate!
I've heard some loud ones before, but that one blew you right out of the chair.
Such low humor.
Got that eye?
I have been assaulted.
And I've been a pepper!
But it doesn't compare to being paprika.
No wonder you people were arrested.
We have an arresting sense of humor.
Along with our arrested development.
Along with your prison sentences, I'm going to impose a stiff fine.
That's what the Undertaker got when he dropped the corpse. A stiff fine.
I find your attempts to be humorous quite deplorable.
Madam Magistrate, haven't you ever laughed at anything?
Didn't anybody in your family laugh?
Yes, there was laughter once long ago, when I still lived at home. I remember my father's deep chuckle, how he filled the house with this rumble of mirth.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
Almost makes me sorry I turned him in.
Wouldn't you like to laugh the way your father did and enjoy life?
Life is not to be enjoyed. Life is to be endured. Frivolity is counterproductive. The government cannot allow such irrational and useless behavior.
Why not engage in a little civil disobedience?
Never, still, I will admit, sometimes, hardly ever, I feel a trembling deep down inside, a tickling in my throat, shiverings at the corner of my mouth. I wonder what it would be like
to let loose, and to grin.
Go for it!
You can do it.
No, because then I remember my duty as a citizen, as every citizen, to be serious-minded at all times for the good of the state.
Well, we tried. What more can we do?
Search me.
You tickle me. Cease and desist!
Is it a crime now to tickle ribs?
She shouldn't have taken such a ribbing.
That was funny.
No, it wasn't. You made a joke. No, I didn't.
Then why are we all laughing?
And if you made us laugh, then you broke the law.
If I did, it was completely unintentional.
Ignorance is no excuse. Although with you it does come close.
We could turn you in.
Unless you turn us out.
What do you mean?
Let us go, all of us. Drop the charges.
Impossible.
Oh, please, my sugar dumpling, just for me. You don't want to get caught with that balloon in your pocket.
This is outrageous.
And this is where I came in.
I wouldn't mind doing outrageous things with you.
What? With me? I never.
But you could.
I suppose I don't have any choice but to drop the charges on me. Thank you. It's almost time for me to get off my shift anyways.
Was that a hint at her dropping?
Oh, Mr. Dobbs.
Yes.
And
And away we go.
I'm happy for them, for her.
What do you mean by that you're happy for her?
I envy her. Fine, Mr. Dobbs. I'm not respectable. I go on the streets and I hear people whisper. They say, I heard she goes all out. I heard she laughs. How can I end up finding love when every time I go out with a man, I always end up laughing in his face? Who would want a girl like me?
Are you kidding? What man would love a girl who laughed at all of his jokes?
You're serious.
Me? Serious? This time I am. I would love a girl like you.
Oh, Mr. Hooper, I promise I'll laugh at everything you do.
Well, maybe not everything I do. Say, did you hear about the pirate who sailed in the Arctic Ocean? It got so cold that it shivered his timbers. If you'll laugh at a joke like that, then you're the girl for me.
What?